I always felt like Supernaturals kind of had two crews. It was always the people that kind of agree with Dyzee's mentality, and then people that kind of agree with my mentality, and then me and Dyzee would kind of just work together because we both don't really think one mentality is good over the other. I'm more like, let's put in work, let's session together, and when we go to jams, let's have fun and just break our best. Win or lose, we're in this together. We're already winners. We got these trips. We're here as homies and friends that just do this battle, and then we can have fun.
And it makes sense. It just sounds like you guys had just different visions of what you wanted out of breaking. He wanted more of the I don't know, professional accolades, the trophies, the cash prizes, that notoriety, and it seemed like you were more after that raw. You had to be there to know what happened. Accolades, you know what I'm saying? Because the Cypher, nobody's filming the Cypher. They don't put the Cypher up on, the winner of the Cypher on the stage. It's very organic and very underground. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
dope. And
yeah,
and
it was a
and
thing, man.
right. And also to your point is like um sometimes like in other sports. So I learned this in when I was coaching football, right? Is like sometimes being on winning teams isn't about fun. Sometimes the more successful teams, they're not really fun. They're about process. And like people who are concerned with like the winning of the jams, like you said, going for the W, a lot of times it's like it does take some of the fun out. You know what I'm saying? And what I learned was because I was coaching a team, and we weren't doing so well. And then I went to another team. I was coaching a different football team, and we were doing really well. And I was trying to explain to one of my friends. I was like, man, it's about you just have fun in the process because at the end of the day, I was like, whether you win a bunch of games or you lose a bunch of games, it doesn't feel that different if you know you gave everything you had. You know what I'm saying?
That's perfect, man. That's perfect because sometimes I win these jams, and like some jams are pretty big. Like some jams that I won, I'm lucky enough that I watched these jams when I was young, and then to be able to be there. But sometimes when I win these jams, I don't feel like I won them because I didn't give it my all. I wasn't able to give it my all because I can
Mm,
only come in and rock what I'm supposed to rock,
right. You
not
have to stick to a script,
I have to
right?
stick to a script. So then my head is not really synced into the music or the moment or the vibe. Is I'm thinking about the next play. Like I don't want to. I got to be the team player. I can't let loose and forget the cue to bring in the other guy. So I never some of these big stage battles. I sometimes I feel like how I would be if I just let loose. And like
Hmm.
and but I never really got that. So sometimes a W for me, I won't be as excited, and sometimes I'll lose in the first round, but I felt what I wanted to feel, and I'm good, Then I just cipher, and
No doubt.
but that's just a mentality thing, That's why me and Diz, obviously we're probably not as close as before, but we keep in touch, and there's no bad blood because I feel like we both realize there's no wrong or right. It's just different perspectives.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
instead of forcing us to just keep trying to work together, we respectfully just be like, yo, okay, let's just wish each other the best from a distance for now, right?
There you go.
And then let me bridge and my guys all go do our thing, and then you have your guys that have the same mentality that you can just because like when there's so many when you have different views, sometimes for us to do something really simple takes a long time
Right.
because we're just talking, man.
Right. You have to debate it before you can even get to the idea. You have to debate the idea before you can even execute anything, right?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
doubt.
So,
Word.
but it's I always tell people like if I look back on it, there really wasn't any bad times with Supernatural. It was always good
No
because
doubt.
when it comes down to it, breaking is breaking, man. Like I would never I would never stress about breaking. It's like it's the only way you can do breaking wrong is if you not have fun, if you stress about it, you know.
Right.
Like every day, like life hits people hard, and the last thing you want is something you love or hobby to cause you stress, you know.
Yeah.
So,
If that's the case, you just drop the whole thing. But
yeah,
um,
yeah.
but so you were talking about like like the big stage, right? And breaking is about to be on a real big stage here in a few years with the Paris 2024 Olympics. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's dope. I, I I really can't understand why people are not happy with it. I mean, if you're a fan of hip hop, if you're a b-boy, if you're a b-girl, if you love breaking, I feel like you should be happy that it's going to be on these big stage and it's going to be accessible to people that are not into hip hop. You can share your craft with the whole world, you know. So it's definitely something I feel like it's dope, and I can't wait to see how it is. I'm already seeing a lot of positive differences just from them announcing it. Like I noticed a lot of opportunities opening up for me personally. Maybe not so much the Olympics, but it's definitely a trickle down effect from this stance being in the Olympics.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it is going to be a lot of opportunities, and I think there's also been a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? Because it is so far off, and it doesn't seem like all the information that we want to be there right now is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. You were telling me off camera that the judging system that they're going to use is going to be like a one that Storm created, correct?
I believe so, but I don't follow it closely. But I do believe it's a system kind of made up by Storm and Renegade and maybe a few others.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know like people that I've talked to about it, you know, they they're like no matter what side of the fence you fall on, whether you think it's going to be a dope thing or whether you think like it's going to be a horrible thing for the culture, it's still not going to stop the way the culture operates. Like people are still going to have jams. I was talking to Maka, and Maka, she is if there's a such thing as a professional breaker, she's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because she has a corporate sponsorship and so on and so forth. And she was like, the jams are still going to happen, ciphers are still going to happen. This will just be one way that you can, one goal that you can have for those who want to be in the Olympics. If you don't want to be in the Olympics, there'll be other ways that you can still get that energy out and represent the culture.
Right. Can I ask, like, what are some of the main complaints you hear about b-boys and b-girls?
Like some of the like main complaints are like, who's gonna be involved? What's the criteria for making the team? You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? So things like that. Is this gonna be the homie hookup? Or do people really have a chance? Like,
right.
so I think that is part of it. And then with the connection being through the what is it, the USA dance, the ballroom dancing,
Right, right,
like
right.
that being the major connection,
Yeah.
people are skeptical about that. The judging system, people are skeptical about that. The fact that a lot of the things that we can do in a regular jam and we can't do there, like as far as like burns and things like that. And I know Dizzy's touched on that quite a few times about
Right.
like the burns that are not going to be allowed.
Right.
Some of them probably shouldn't be allowed, but there are some that
Yeah.
people hold dear. Like me, I hold very dear the ability to point at you like this, and you know what I'm saying, get all up in your face. And
Yeah.
if you take that away, then I'd rather just be in the crowd.
Yeah, like aggressive style. They probably want to make it like more like a show, like an athletic kind of thing. Just to, and I feel like breakers feel like they just got to realize, like you said, this is just one of the many avenues dancers can go to, and I feel like if you love breaking and you love hip hop, just do it and everything will take care of itself. Obviously this is the first time they're doing this in the Olympics, so a lot of questions are going to come up. I'm pretty sure that they're kind of doing this on the fly too. Like
It seems to be very on the fly-ish.
I don't think they have all the answers themselves, but I feel like only good can come out of this if more people are in tune with what breaking is, you know, like it's like I saw it on you know, I'm watching this cartoon Soul, you know the piano player
Yeah, yeah.
so they mentioned breakdancing in that, like a big and my daughters were there, and it's so cool that my daughters can get a reference of breaking just in a motion picture, like
Right.
kids. And I feel like you know, if these movies for kids have mentioning breakdancing, then the trickle effect would just be, oh, more parents might want to reach out to local dance studios to get breakdancing classes, because it's in the Olympics. And the Olympics, they want to shout it out in movies, and then kind of get trickles down. So I feel like you know, as long as you love hip hop and you just kind of do it the right way, just have fun with it, then everything would just come. You know, like I'm all about energies, you know, and then like if you put in the right energy, like the right energy will come back to you. So you know, sometimes um I like I'm casual. I'm not like deep into the social media stuff, because sometimes I think social media is toxic. But when breaking became broke out that it's an Olympic sport, I did see a lot of people just jump out of the woods with opinions. And you know, some of those people I haven't seen for a long time before the Olympics came about, and everybody wants the piece of the pie. And I feel like there's enough work for everybody. You know, us as a community should stick together, and if it goes to the Olympics and the b-boy and the world gets to see all these talented b-boys and b-girls do their thing, it's only going to help everybody else. You know, like you put a b-boy and a b-girl on a big stage like the Olympics, they're going to wow people, you know. And if people think like, oh, then it's dance is it's a dance, or it's a sport, it's going to lose its essence. You know, it will never lose its essence. You know, for all these big stage competitions, you're going to get like hundreds more of these like ground roots programs, like parties. Hip hop will always be there, because there's always hip hop heads that will keep the tradition alive. This is just something new. And then like, you know, there's always going to be hip hop heads. Like the Olympics could be like killing it, and I'll be teaching my students about footwork and about the one step and about New York history. Like, you know, you'll have your content when you have your show and you educate people. You get all these hip hoppers to come on, you know. So there are going to be people that will educate others and youth about hip hop culture. It's okay for this to be mainstream, you know. There's no problems. I
And when
don't.
you think about it, I mean, really, if you really think about it, don't we already have competitions that are that on that level pretty much already? Like
Yeah,
what's the difference between the Olympics and Red Bull BC1? Red Bull BC1 might actually I don't know what the Olympics is gonna look like, but Red Bull BC1 might actually look better than the Olympics. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it might, because the BC one's already like, no, and I did R16. It was in giant stadiums.
Yeah, R16, right?
I did a
That was
China.
basically an Olympics.
Yeah, man, I did a jam in Beijing, and it was in the Olympic Stadium. It
Oh
was
wow.
it was in the eagle's nest or the bird's nest. It was in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's not something that's super new. Jams have been on that large scale before, but you know, I think when you say Olympics, um, people that don't know hip hop connects to it, like my mom and dad. You know, like you know, like I can tell my mom and dad, hey, you know, I won this, I won that. You know, they'll be like, oh great, you dance. But then if I tell my mom, oh mom, I might have a chance to go to the Olympics. Olympics? You know, it's just different to people like my mom and dad. You know,
Right.
like they
The
see
average everyday person, yeah.
average. Yeah, the hip hoppers. Like, you know, we know, but you know, like if I want to impress my mom, I'll be like, hey, I might go to the Olympics, and my mom be like,
Right. I got this gold medal.
yeah. You know, so it's more those people. You know, like my
Right.
in-laws. You know, my in-laws. Like,
Hmm.
oh, the Olympics. You know, but that's how it is, man.
No doubt. And you know, you mentioned coming out the woodwork. Unfortunately, when once the Olympics came, not only did people come out the woodworks to support and to hate, but some people came out the woodworks with allegations and accusations.
Before I heard any of this stuff, I told my wife I really didn't want my daughters in breaking. I wasn't one of those dads that want to show them what I do. or I wasn't one of those dads that when I had my class in my garage, I'll bring my daughters in. I really didn't want them being exposed to breaking.
And taking a liking to it, and yeah.
Yeah, just because I haven't seen anything crazy when I was traveling and stuff. But
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Let us know how we're doing in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace until the next episode.